What's going on, everybody? It's the Necessary Nerd here, and I want to talk to y'all about an anime that, shockingly, I haven't covered on the channel yet. And that would, of course, be Naruto. There are very few anime that have managed to invade and dominate pop culture to the extent that Naruto did. The story of everyone's favorite orphan ninja spanned across 2 series and countless movies, giving fans a solid decade of content. The franchise also gave us plenty of characters to fall in love with. From those who were great since their first appearance, like Kakashi, Jiraiya, Itachi, Minato, Pain, and more, to those who started out a little underappreciated only to grow into fan favorites like Might Guy, Shikamaru, Rock Lee, and Sasuke. That's right, you heard what I'm saying. Yes, Sasuke needed time to become a good character. Because up until his fight with Naruto in the Valley of the End, his character was kinda one note. We get it, dude. You're broody and dark. You're different from everyone. We get it. The point is, there are very few anime that manage to develop so many side characters to the point where fans love them arguably more than the main character. But even though there are literally dozens of side characters who the fans grew attached to, there were eventually gonna be some who were on the opposite end of that spectrum. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about.
I just hate him, I hate him, I hate him.
In fact, there are 5 characters who will always come to my mind when someone asks which characters annoy me the most. Starting with... I know what y'all are gonna say, but Boruto only appears in the sequel series. He's not even in Naruto or Naruto Shippuden. I'm aware of this, y'all. I'm making an exception specifically for him because he deserves it. So what makes him so annoying? Hey, remember how rough Naruto had it during his journey? How could you forget? We only got a flashback of that goddamn swing in every other episode. Naruto starts the series as an orphan who always had the Nine-Tails fox that destroyed much of the Hidden Leaf and killed countless residents sealed away inside of him. So not only is he alone, but he's literally considered a monster by everyone who comes into contact with him. He doesn't have any natural talents or Kekkei Genkai, nor does he belong to a legendary clan in the Hidden Leaf. The Uzumaki name hasn't even been a big deal for generations. Sure, he's got the Nine-Tails chakra as a backup plan, but he doesn't even begin learning how to use it effectively until the first series is almost over. Naruto had to scratch and claw his way through every damn story arc, as he was generally the least talented ninja in any given situation. He gets bailed out by Sasuke, Kakashi, Kurama, Rock Lee, and more. I mean, hell, he only won his first fight in the Chunin exams because Kiba scared the poop wind right out of him. The point is, he had to earn everything. Then there's his son Boruto, who is literally the definition of a Mary Sue. He's naturally gifted at everything he tries and never has to endure even 1%, no, f it, even half of a percent of the hardships that his father had. Yet he has this awful attitude and huge sense of entitlement. As Hokage, Naruto works relentlessly to make sure that his kids and the whole next generation of shinobi never have to endure any of the bloodshed and conflicts that the previous generation lived through. But Boruto spends a huge chunk of time resenting him for always being absent, and yes, I know he was just a little kid missing his dad. But then he had the nerve to bring Naruto's parents into the discussion. Bruh. That's when I was like, alright, listen here, you little shit.
If you don't stop doing that, I'm gonna come to your house and kick your mom to death while you watch.
Then, once again, he had the nerve to cheat during the Chunin exams? You're gonna cheat in the Chunin exams in front of Rock Lee, the man who literally defined the Chunin exam arc in the original series? Oh, and let's not forget the annoying fact that Boruto is literally given more early game power-ups than Kratos in God of War 2. In fact, the entire series felt like it was just made to taint the legacy of the generation that came before. Boruto somehow managed to taint Naruto's reputation very quickly. A reputation that took 2 series and over 500 episodes to build. But since he was just a spoiled brat kid and he still has time to grow, I'm gonna back off and hope for the best moving forward. Not that I'm holding my breath or anything.
He'll pass out before he dies. He always does.
Yet as arrogant as Boruto was in his worst moments, he doesn't even hold a candle to the next person on this list. Kabuto is quite the fascinating character. He starts out as a suspiciously helpful ally to Naruto and Team 7 in the Chunin exams, but is then revealed to be a secret agent for the original big bad of the series, Orochimaru. Raised up as a medical ninja, he possesses a very unique set of moves and abilities. Though he can do some pretty cool things like disabling someone's body with his own version of a chakra scalpel, his most useful talent is his intellect and ambition. As the right hand to Orochimaru, he's able to expand his knowledge and grow into a very formidable threat. But what makes him so annoying is his personality. He's exactly as arrogant and self-centered as you would imagine. Oh, I've managed to fuse my cells with the tissue of this person and that person. I can bring back the dead. I'm the new and improved Orochimaru. I managed to remove my lower ribs so I can suck myself off. Okay, I made that last part up, but seriously, shut the fuck up. Dude, no matter how hard you try, you'll never be anything more than off-brand Orochimaru. You can boast all you want about how evolved you are and how you've ascended to a higher level of existence, but you will always be known as the guy who got bodied by Kid Naruto's first successful Rasengan. But like I said, at least his cocky attitude can be validated by his accomplishments. The same cannot be said for my next target. This bitch. This fucking bitch. Tenten isn't on this list because she tarnishes Naruto's reputation. She's not on this list because she's a constant foil for our heroes. In fact, she's one of the good guys. She's not even on this list because she's responsible for any sort of horrible event. That's called foreshadowing. No. The reason she's on this list is because her entire purpose and significance of the story is to spend the entire first series sucking Neji off like Patrick eating SpongeBob's grandmother's cookies. Neji's a genius. Hinata can't hope to match his gentle fist technique. You can't attack Neji's palm rotation, Naruto. It's the greatest defense in the world. He's rubber and you're glue. Whatever you do bounces off him and sticks to you. Neji.
That's one of Neji's special defenses. But Neji's mastery of the Gentle Fist Taijutsu is so great that he can emit chakra from several places. It's an ultimate defense, even more impenetrable than Gaara's shell of sand. No one should be surprised. You haven't even begun to see his full powers.
Shut up! Oh my god, I don't care!
Then there's the fact that she is absolutely useless during the entire Chunin exams. While everyone else is using subtle techniques to cheat the written portion, her dumbass set up this giant ass set of mirrors and strings on the ceiling. Seriously, if the proctor was actually trying to catch everyone who was cheating and not just testing their spying capabilities of each Genin, she would have been thrown out first. She honestly should have been thrown out anyways. Can y'all imagine her using this during an actual mission? The enemies are having a secret meeting in their fortress. Hang on guys, let me just set up this giant ass set of mirrors and strings. Looking back, it would have been better for everyone involved had they just thrown her out to begin with. I mean, it would have saved her from getting absolutely wrecked in her fight with Tamari. Her fight with Tamari is one of the best examples of a one-sided anime fight you'll ever see. Hey, y'all remember when she was originally hyped up as a weapons specialist? Want to know how she utilized that skill set? She doesn't. Her one chance to be useful was in Shippuden. She literally comes into the possession of one of the weapons of the Sage of Six Paths and she does exactly jack shit with it. Hey Kishimoto, now that Tenten has legendary weapon, maybe she could actually... Yeah, not gonna happen. It feels like Kishimoto wrote Tenten as some kind of joke character when it comes to how she actually contributes. But don't let that fool you. Just because a character is useful, that doesn't mean they can't be unlikable. Much like... Alright y'all, now before you come at me for purchasing a ticket on the Sakura hate train, just hear me out. I don't hate her character, okay? Sakura Haruno is a member of Team 7 and she does eventually become incredibly useful as Tsunade's new star pupil. She saves the lives of countless shinobi and finally shatters through the mold of the hopeless romantic princess type. Her growth is extremely commendable and her accomplishments deserve recognition, but she still has more than her fair share of moments that can understandably make people not like her. Her most glaring issue has to be that for most of the series, her entire purpose is to simp for Sasuke. We get it, you think he's hot. Sasuke could give as little effort as possible and she'd still think he was the greatest person to ever exist. In fact, that happens in Shippuden. Bitch, he did the bare minimum. He sent a letter that just said, congrats.
Are you kidding? Well, I'm not done yet.
What is that? It is your birthday period.
Not once in the entire 500 plus episodes has Sasuke ever given her a legit reason to love him. It is 1000% because she just thinks he's hot. Which, side note, her having to basically be a single mom while Sasuke is off running around, in my mind, is karma for her always making fun of Naruto for being an orphan.
You know why he's so annoying? Because he wasn't raised right. He doesn't have a mother or father, no one to teach him right from wrong.
Then there's the fact that she constantly treats Naruto so terribly. You know it's bad when even Sasuke is like, yo, you have no idea what you're talking about, be nicer to him. You'd think this problem would go away by the time of Shippuden, with Naruto literally almost dying multiple times because he promised to bring Sasuke home. You'd think that after the first time he wound up in the hospital, she'd be like, well, you tried, Naruto, but he's just not worth it. But no, she's always like, oh, you almost died again trying to bring him back? Well, alright, keep trying. Don't even get me started on how she lied to Naruto about loving him just to make him stay. Bitch, you've had years to think of a way to take that burden off Naruto's shoulders, and that was the best you could come up with? She knew that Naruto used to have a giant crush on her, so the idea to play with his emotions was just cruel. What's even dumber was, upon realizing the guy who tried to kill her and was now an international terrorist might be beyond saving, she said she was gonna go take care of him herself. Sakura, what the f are you talking about? We all know how that would have gone.
It's the world's most one-sided fistfights caught on film.
Hit me once at least. There you go.
In all honesty, the main reason that Sakura gets so much hate, sometimes a little too much, is because as an original member of Team 7, by the amount of screen time she gets, she is considered a main character. So unfortunately for her, it's only fair to measure her on the same scale as the other main characters. So when you compare how little Sakura accomplishes during her screen time, it does stick out like a sore thumb. But like I said, Sakura is a legitimately decent character who does get more hate than she deserves on occasion. However, one character who is universally hated but honestly not as much as he deserves is also the #1 pick. Oh, this guy. This fucking guy. I can't think of a single character who can incite anger at the mere mentioning of his name like Danzo. This dickhead is the literal fucking worst. The village elders may be almost as annoying, which is something that doesn't get talked about enough, but Danzo is just on a whole different level. As the leader of Root, a special ops division of the Leaf Village's Anbu Black Ops, Danzo accepts only their darkest, most bloodthirsty, and subservient recruits into his inner circle. As one could expect, he's the puppet master who pulls the strings of all the Hidden Leaf Village's most covert and controversial missions. He says that everything he does is all for the greater good, but he's also motivated by his disdain for the third Hokage, Hiruzen Sarutobi. They were on the same squad, and a growing jealousy arose from Hiruzen's talents and ability to surpass everyone around him. Danzo's the one who orchestrated the Uchiha massacre, convincing a then kid Itachi to wipe out his entire clan, telling him that doing so was the only way to ensure that Sasuke would be spared should the Uchiha stage a coup. Something that was a strong possibility but probably could have been avoided had the Leaf just treated them a little bit better. In all fairness, was Danzo a necessary evil? Yeah, probably. But was he also a hating ass piece of shit? Yes. Two things can be true at the same time. His solution of the Uchiha massacre probably did save the Hidden Leaf from an even uglier situation, but it also set a series of events into motion that led to an unbelievable amount of pain and suffering. If only there had been some kind of alternative to stopping the coup that didn't result in violence. Oh yeah, wait, there totally was. Danzo was well aware that Shisui Uchiha planned on using his Kodo Matsukami to stop the coup, which would have resulted in peace, and also not a single person would have died. But Danzo got in the way and even took one of his eyes just because he wanted the Sharingan. Then when you pair this with all the shady shit he does, like killing the messenger frog during Pain's attack on Konoha, it's pretty blatantly obvious that he actually is motivated by greed and his own personal desires. At the end of the day, you're supposed to hate Danzo. We're all supposed to hate Danzo. Danzo. So since I hate him so much, I've made it my mission to insult him as much as I possibly can. I mean, just look at him. Stupid geezer ass, X marks the spot, chin having, vitiligo, crackhead, bodied, ashy voiced, one-eyed cyclops bitch. Although I will give Danzo one last thing as a bit of credit. He did deliver one hell of a burn against Sasuke.
How many Uchiha did you have to kill to get that right arm of yours?
It was all thanks to Itachi.
So anyways, there it is. My picks for the top 5 most annoying characters in Naruto. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see y'all in the next one, okay?